Hey guys, it's Ken back again with another video, and today I thought I'd take a look at my Goosebumps collection. This will be just the first part where we focus mainly on the VHS and DVDs, but I think there's going to be a couple parts to this one for sure. As a kid, Goosebumps was something that really took over my life to a large extent. I was obsessed with watching the show, collecting all the books. It was definitely my first big interest in the horror genre and special effects and monsters and that kind of stuff. Even in my 30s, it's still something that pops up as an influence in different projects and scripts and whatever. So let's get into it. So starting off with the clamshell VHSs, we have The Haunted Mask, the very first episode of the TV series, as well as the very first VHS release. Not a clue why it hasn't ended up on DVD, but it's definitely still a classic episode. Night in Terror Tower, never been too huge on this one, but it's alright, and Corey Sevier's the man in it. Stay Out of the Basement, another classic. Kind of worn out with this one a bit after my kid put it on repeat for like a week or two. But it's still a pretty great one. Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I always loved this one as a kid. Got tons of atmosphere and the effects are great. Haunted Mask 2, not as good as the first one, but still pretty creepy and atmospheric, and that mask is killer. Welcome to Dead House, another one I've learned to appreciate more as an adult than I did as a kid. Nice kind of a slow burn. And then we got Night of the Living Dummy 3, which is without a doubt the best of the Living Dummy episodes, plus Hayden Christensen. Now we're getting to the good stuff. I'd only seen these Ultimate Goosebumps tapes in Blockbuster for rental, never found them for sale anywhere, so these ones took me a while to track down. The first one we got is One Day at Horrorland, parts 1 and 2, two classic episodes. Second part is, kind of becomes a little bit more comedic, but I always dug both of them. And then we got Bride of the Living Dummy and An Old Story. These ones are definitely a bit more wacky, but I always dug them, especially An Old Story. That one really holds up. And this was the last one I was able to get a hold of, Werewolf Skin, parts 1 and 2. This one never ended up making the transition over to DVD for whatever reason, so the tape is kind of pricey depending on where you look, and I was lucky to find a copy for a decent price and in amazing condition. And then we're going to jump into the DVDs with the first wave. These were early 2000s with a similar kind of design to the reissued books from the same time period. And first one we got here is Trilogy. Fond memories of panicking over missing those ones when they first aired on Fox Kids. One of my saddest moments as a kid was not being able to see the third part when it first aired because we were going to some family function, and when I finally did see years later, it was kind of a letdown, but I always dug these three. And then we got Cry of the Cat, always dug this one. Corey Sevier popping back up in this series again. This one always freaked me out as a kid, more so the deformed mom cat creature near the end. But yeah, this one holds up pretty good. Deep Trouble, another fun one, bunch of fish people, and yeah, it's a bit silly, especially the kind of green screen effects showing the mutated animals and whatnot, but I always dug this one. The Ghost Next Door, I definitely learned to appreciate this one more as an adult than I did as a kid. It's really creepy, it's atmospheric, and it's kind of tragic for a Goosebumps episode. Really good one. And then we got Haunted Mask 2 back again on DVD this time. How I Got My Shrunken Head, another one where the second part kind of drops in quality, but I always dug them both. The second one gets a little bit silly, but not nearly as silly as some of the other ones. It Came from Beneath the Sink. I think this was the first DVD I picked up at a flea market, and I can definitely see why. It also comes with Strained Peas, which is another one I've never been huge on, but hey, you gotta collect them all, right? My Best Friend is Invisible, another goofy one that I always dug, and this also comes with An Old Story. And then we got Night of Living Dummy 3 once again on DVD. Perfect School is another one I was kind of indifferent to as a kid, but it's alright for what it is. Let me know down below in the comments if you were like me and never noticed these eyes in the locker. I've had this book for like 20 years, I've had the DVD for close to 10. I never noticed it until my kid pointed it out, so let me know down below. And then we got Scary House, which is The House of No Return, and Haunted House Game. Haunted House Game I always liked, was never huge on House of No Return, and it definitely does not hold up as great as some of the other ones. And then we got Shocker on Shock Street, one of the great episodes that I remember as a kid. It still holds up pretty great. Eric Peterson absolutely owns it in this one. Then we got Welcome to Dead House on DVD. I think this was one of the last DVDs I got to complete my run of at least the first wave here. And then last of the first wave is Werewolf of Fever Swamp once again. Now we're getting into the second wave where they started to include more than just a couple episodes on a disc. So for this one we have Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns, and it also comes with Vampire Breath and Let's Get Invisible. I always loved the first two. Let's Get Invisible is a little bit slower paced. Maybe I need to revisit it, but I was never huge on it as a kid. And then we got Attack of the Mutant, which also comes with Phantom of the Auditorium. Attack of the Mutant's just a lot of fun. Like, you got Adam West and Cal Dodd, absolute legends. Phantom of the Auditorium is alright. The Blob That Ate Everyone. This was a big favorite as a kid. It's still a lot of fun. And then this one also comes with My Hairiest Adventure and Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. Another couple episodes that are pretty decent. Piano Lessons Can Be Murder, I hated as a kid, but I kind of dig it now. And then we got Ghost Beach, which also comes with The Barking Ghost and Be Careful What You Wish For. The Barking Ghost is absolutely one of my favorite episodes. Still holds up great to this day. Ghost Beach is definitely in the bottom 5 for me. And then we have Go Eat Worms, which also comes with Bad Hair Day and Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes was a big one for me as a kid. Like anytime that popped up on YTV or Fox Kids, I was so jacked. The other two are decent. I definitely watched Go Eat Worms over Bad Hair Day. And then we have The Headless Ghost, and this one comes with Awesome Ants and Teacher's Pet. Awesome Ants was another one I remember watching all the time on Fox Kids and digging how weird it was, especially the twist at the end. Teacher's Pet is one of the most nothing, if not the most nothing episode in the whole series. Just a whole lot of nothing going on in that episode. Maybe I'll have to cover that in a future video. Now this is definitely my favorite release of the second wave run. We got Monster Blood, which also comes with more Monster Blood, How to Kill a Monster, and The Girl Who Cried Monster. All 4 of these episodes were huge for me as a kid. I was a huge blob, slime guy, anything like that I was obsessed with. So Monster Blood, more Monster Blood were hands down my favorite episodes as a kid, and they still hold up pretty great. And The Girl Who Cried Monster is legitimately one of the more chilling episodes of the whole series that still holds up really, really great, and the effects are fucking phenomenal. And then we got A Night in Terror Tower, which comes with Stay Out of the Basement. And then we have Night of the Living Dummy, which comes with Night of the Living Dummy 2 and Bride of the Living Dummy. And then we got One Day at Horrorland, which comes with Welcome to Camp Nightmare. I always loved Camp Nightmare, even with the twist at the end that kind of pulls the rug out from under you. It's still a pretty decent 2-parter. Then we got Return of the Mummy, which comes with Don't Wake Mummy and You Can't Scare Me. I think Return is the main one that wasn't huge for me as a kid, but it's an alright episode. It's just a little bit more of a slow burn. I definitely remember having nightmares about Don't Wake Mummy as a kid though. Then we got Say Cheese and Die, and it comes with the sequel, Say Cheese and Die Again. Mainly known for a young Ryan Gosling in the first episode. I always preferred the sillier sequel episode. And last but certainly not least, we have The Scarecrow Walks at Midnight, and this one comes with Don't Go to Sleep and Calling All Creeps. Don't Go to Sleep I remember being obsessed with seeing as a kid, and then when I finally did see it, it felt kind of flat, but still a decent one. The other two are absolute bangers. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next part 2, part 3. I'm not really sure how many there's going to be. Got a couple other videos in the works that I'm pretty excited about finally coming together. One in particular has been nearly 2 years in the making, just kind of in the scripting and logistics as far as shooting the additional photography bits. Like, it's become a much bigger thing than I anticipated, and I'm really hoping you guys dig it when it finally does drop. But until next time, guys, have a good one. Alright, that should be good. Fuck, I'm beat, man.